Hello, Sigma ladies. There's a certain kind of power that doesn't shout, doesn't demand the spotlight, yet shakes the world to its core. That power is yours. You move with purpose, redefine boundaries, and lead a life guided not by the noise of the world, but by the rhythm of your soul. Today, we're diving into what makes you, the Sigma female, truly extraordinary. As Rumi once said, "Don't be satisfied with stories, how things have gone with others. Unfold your own myth." This journey is about unfolding the unique myths of Sigma ladies everywhere, those hidden qualities, subtle powers, and magnetic traits that set you apart. We'll explore 10 defining traits of Sigma females, traits that challenge conventions and intrigue the world. But first, take a moment to hit that subscribe button and become part of the Sigma Lady community, where we celebrate independence, resilience, and authenticity. Let's embark on this journey of discovery together. 1. The Quiet Defiance. Defiance is often seen as loud, rebellious, and confrontational. But for a Sigma female, defiance is a quiet revolution. She doesn't shout her resistance to the world. She lives it. Every choice she makes, every path she takes, is a declaration of her independence. While others bend to societal expectations, she forges her own path, undeterred by the judgments or doubts of others. This quiet defiance begins with her mindset. She refuses to let others dictate her worth, her goals, or her identity. While many are trapped in the need for validation, be it from family, friends, or society, the Sigma female knows her value is intrinsic. She doesn't seek approval because she doesn't need it. Her life is her own, and she answers only to herself. Her actions reflect this defiance. She walks away from toxic relationships without drama, declines opportunities that don't align with her values, and pursues passions that others deem impractical. To the outside world, these choices might seem small or even inconsequential, but to her, they are acts of rebellion against a system that tries to box her in. What makes her defiance so powerful is its subtlety. She doesn't fight the system with grand gestures, she simply opts out. She builds a life on her own terms, often in ways that others don't even notice until much later. Her success, her peace, her happiness, these are her victories, and they are undeniable proof of her quiet resistance. Ordinary men often find this trait baffling. They're used to women who either conform to expectations or loudly reject them. The Sigma female does neither. She doesn't explain herself, argue, or justify her choices. She simply moves forward, leaving others to wonder how she does it. This quiet confidence is both intimidating and inspiring. Her defiance isn't about rejecting the world. It's about embracing herself. She doesn't need to tear others down to build herself up. Instead, she focuses on creating a life that feels authentic, meaningful, and true. And in doing so, she becomes a role model for others, showing that there's another way to live, a way that prioritizes inner peace over outer validation. In a world that demands conformity, the Sigma female's quiet defiance is a breath of fresh air. It's a reminder that strength doesn't have to be loud and power doesn't have to be visible. Sometimes the most revolutionary thing you can do is simply live authentically. 2. The magnetic mystery. There's something about the Sigma female that draws people in. It's not her looks, her wealth, or her status, though she may possess all of these. It's something deeper, something harder to define. She exudes a magnetic mystery that makes people curious, intrigued, and sometimes even a little intimidated. Her mystery begins with her presence. She doesn't seek attention, but she often becomes the center of it. Whether she's in a crowded room or a quiet corner, people can't help but notice her. It's not about what she says or does, it's about how she carries herself. Her confidence is quiet, her demeanor calm, and her energy magnetic. Part of this mystery lies in her ability to hold back. While others rush to share their thoughts, opinions, and life stories, the Sigma female chooses her words carefully. She listens more than she speaks, observes more than she reacts. This restraint creates an air of intrigue. People want to know what she's thinking, what she's feeling, what she's hiding. Her mystery is also rooted in her independence. She doesn't need others to complete her, and she doesn't rely on external validation to feel whole. This self-sufficiency makes her both attractive and elusive. People want to be close to her, but they quickly realize that she doesn't let just anyone in. Her inner circle is small, and she guards it fiercely. For ordinary men, this magnetic mystery can be both captivating and confusing. They're used to women who seek attention, who wear their hearts on their sleeves, who play by the same social rules. The Sigma female does none of these things. She operates on a different wavelength, one that's harder to read but infinitely more intriguing. What makes her mystery so powerful is that it's not an act. She's not trying to be mysterious, she simply is. Her depth, her complexity, her layers, they're all genuine. She doesn't need to create intrigue because she embodies it. Her life, her thoughts, her passions, they're a puzzle that others long to solve, even if they know they never truly can. This magnetic mystery isn't just about how others see her, it's also about how she sees herself. She knows that she's still discovering who she is, still uncovering her own depths. This self-awareness fuels her curiosity, her growth, and her ability to inspire others. In the end, the Sigma female's mystery is a testament to her authenticity. She doesn't reveal everything because she knows that some things are meant to be discovered, not displayed. And for those who take the time to see beyond the surface, the rewards are immeasurable. 3. The unwavering inner compass. In a world full of noise, distractions, and conflicting advice, the Sigma female relies on one thing to guide her: her inner compass. This inner compass is her sense of self, her intuition, and her deeply held values. It's what allows her to navigate life with clarity, confidence, and purpose. Her inner compass is unwavering because it's rooted in self-awareness. She knows who she is, what she wants, and what she stands for. This self-awareness gives her a sense of direction that doesn't waver, even in the face of challenges or temptations. While others may second-guess themselves, she trusts her instincts. This trust in her inner compass doesn't mean she's inflexible. On the contrary, she's open to new ideas, experiences, and perspectives. But she filters everything through her own values and priorities. She doesn't change direction just because someone else says she should. She changes because it feels right for her. This trait often sets her apart in a world where so many people look to others for guidance, while others follow trends, seek approval, or chase external success. The Sigma female follows her own path. She's not afraid to go against the grain, even if it means standing alone. Her inner compass also makes her incredibly resilient. When she faces setbacks, she doesn't lose her sense of self. Instead, she uses these challenges as opportunities to grow and learn. She knows that her worth isn't defined by external circumstances, but by her ability to stay true to herself. For ordinary men, this unwavering inner compass can be both admirable and intimidating. They may struggle to understand how someone can be so independent, so self-assured, and so focused. But for the Sigma female, it's simply who she is. Her inner compass is her anchor, her guide, and her greatest strength. In a world that often feels chaotic and uncertain, the Sigma female's inner compass is a beacon of hope. It's a reminder that true strength comes from within, and that the most powerful thing you can do is trust yourself. 4. The Alchemy of Solitude. For most people, solitude is something to be avoided, a reminder of loneliness, an unwelcome silence. But for the Sigma female, solitude is not a void, it's a sanctuary. In her moments alone, she doesn't wither, she flourishes. She uses solitude as a tool for self-reflection, creativity, and transformation. This unique relationship with alone time is one of the defining traits of her character. The Sigma female views solitude as an opportunity to recharge. In a world that constantly demands engagement, she finds peace in stepping away. It's not about avoiding people, but about reconnecting with herself. In these quiet moments, she processes her emotions, evaluates her goals, and rediscovers her passions. This habit allows her to maintain a level of clarity and balance that others often struggle to achieve. Her solitude is not passive, it's active. While others might use alone time to escape, the Sigma female uses it to grow. She reads, writes, plans, and dreams. She turns inward not to hide but to explore. Within the stillness of her solitude, she finds answers to questions she didn't even know she had. What makes this habit so unique is how it contrasts with societal norms. We live in a culture that equates busyness with productivity and social interaction with happiness. The Sigma female challenges these assumptions simply by being herself. She shows that solitude can be just as enriching, if not more so, than constant interaction. Ordinary men often misunderstand her preference for solitude. They may see it as aloofness or disinterest, failing to realize that her time alone is not a rejection of others, but a choice for herself. She values meaningful connections, but she doesn't need constant companionship to feel fulfilled. This independence can be both intriguing and intimidating to those who don't share her perspective. Her comfort with solitude also gives her an edge in other areas of life. She's not afraid to walk alone, whether it's pursuing a career path, ending a toxic relationship, or standing up for her beliefs. While others may fear the judgment or isolation that comes with going against the grain, she embraces it. Her time alone has taught her that she is her own best company. This alchemy of solitude, turning stillness into strength, silence into clarity, is a testament to her resilience. She doesn't fear being alone because she's never truly lonely. Within herself, she finds all the support, inspiration, and love she needs. And in a world that often prioritizes noise over depth, her ability to thrive in solitude is nothing short of revolutionary. 5. The disruptive kindness. Kindness is often seen as soft, passive, or unassuming, but for the Sigma female, kindness is a disruptive force, a quiet revolution that challenges the status quo. Her acts of kindness are not about following social expectations or earning approval. They're about creating meaningful change, one small gesture at a time. The Sigma female's kindness begins with her values. She believes in fairness, empathy, and the power of human connection. But unlike others who might express these beliefs in conventional ways, she approaches kindness with intention and creativity. Her actions are deliberate, designed to make a real impact rather than simply fulfill a social obligation. Her kindness often surprises people. She might offer support to someone who least expects it, stand up for a cause that others overlook, or challenge a system that perpetuates inequality. These acts of kindness disrupt the norm, forcing people to reconsider their assumptions about what it means to be compassionate. What sets her apart is her ability to balance kindness with boundaries. She doesn't give endlessly or let others take advantage of her generosity. She knows her limits and respects them, ensuring that her kindness doesn't come at the expense of her well-being. This balance makes her kindness all the more powerful because it's rooted in strength, not sacrifice. For ordinary men, her disruptive kindness can be both inspiring and unsettling. They may expect her to conform to traditional roles of nurturing and caregiving, only to realize that her kindness operates on a different level. She's not interested in playing the part of the selfless martyr. She's interested in making a difference. Her approach to kindness also extends to how she treats herself. The Sigma female understands that self-compassion is just as important as compassion for others. She prioritizes her own needs and well-being, knowing that she can't pour from an empty cup. This self-care is not selfish, it's essential, and it allows her to continue showing up for others in meaningful ways. In a world that often views kindness as weakness, the Sigma female redefines it as strength. Her kindness is disruptive because it challenges expectations, defies stereotypes, and creates change. It's not loud or flashy, but it's transformative. And in a society that desperately needs more compassion, her approach is nothing short of revolutionary. 6. The Relentless Self-Investor. The Sigma female sees herself as her greatest project. While others might wait for opportunities to come to them or rely on external validation, she takes charge of her own growth. She invests in herself relentlessly, her skills, her knowledge, her health, and her dreams. This habit is not just a commitment, it's a way of life. Her self-investment starts with her mindset. She believes that growth is a lifelong process and that there's always room to improve. Whether it's learning a new language, mastering a craft, or diving into a new area of knowledge, she approaches every day as an opportunity to become better. This hunger for growth sets her apart in a world where many are content with mediocrity. The Sigma female doesn't just focus on external achievements, she also invests in her inner world. She practices self-reflection, explores her emotions, and works on building a strong sense of self. This inner work gives her the resilience and confidence to navigate life's challenges with grace. Her commitment to self-investment extends to her relationships as well. She chooses friends, partners, and mentors who inspire her, challenge her, and support her growth. She surrounds herself with people who add value to her life, and she's not afraid to let go of those who don't. For ordinary men, this relentless self-investment can be both impressive and intimidating. They may admire her drive, but struggle to keep up with her pace. They may see her independence as a sign that she doesn't need anyone, not realizing that her self-sufficiency is what makes her relationships so meaningful. What makes her self-investment so powerful is its ripple effect. By prioritizing her own growth, she inspires others to do the same. Her dedication to self-improvement sets an example for those around her, showing that it's never too late to learn, grow, and evolve. But her self-investment is not without challenges. It requires discipline, resilience, and a willingness to face failure. The Sigma female embraces these challenges, knowing that they are an essential part of the process. She doesn't shy away from hard work because she knows that the rewards, confidence, fulfillment, and self-mastery are worth it. In a world that often prioritizes external success over personal growth, the Sigma female's commitment to self-investment is a radical act. She doesn't wait for others to hand her opportunities or define her worth. She creates her own path, invests in her own potential, and shows that true success starts from within. 7. The visionary of unseen paths. Where others see limitations, the Sigma female sees potential. She has an innate ability to envision paths that others overlook, possibilities hidden in plain sight. This visionary trait is one of her most powerful assets, enabling her to navigate life with creativity, resilience, and purpose. Her ability to see the unseen stems from her unique perspective. The Sigma female isn't bound by conventional thinking or societal expectations. She questions the norms, asks "what if?" and explores alternative ways of approaching challenges. This mindset allows her to find solutions that others dismiss or fail to recognize. In her personal life, This visionary quality manifests in the way she approaches her goals. While others might stick to well-trodden paths, she forges her own way. Whether it's pursuing a non-traditional career, starting an unconventional project, or following a passion that others deem impractical, she trusts her instincts and follows her vision. Her ability to see beyond the obvious also makes her an exceptional problem solver. She doesn't get stuck in the limitations of what is. Instead, she focuses on what could be. This approach not only helps her overcome obstacles, but also inspires those around her to think differently and dream bigger. For ordinary men, her visionary mindset can be both fascinating and perplexing. They may struggle to understand how she comes up with ideas that seem so unconventional, yet make so much sense. But for the Sigma female, this ability is simply a natural extension of her independence and curiosity. Her visionary approach isn't limited to her own life. She often applies it to her relationships, her work, and her community. She sees potential in people, projects, and ideas that others overlook, and she has a knack for bringing out the best in them. This ability to create something extraordinary out of the ordinary is one of her most inspiring traits. In the end, the Sigma female's role as a visionary is a reflection of her courage and creativity. She's not afraid to dream big, think differently, and challenge the status quo. And in doing so, she shows that the greatest discoveries often lie just beyond the limits of our imagination. 8. The Emotional Strategist. Emotions can be a source of strength or a source of chaos, depending on how they're managed. The Sigma female is a master of emotional strategy. She doesn't suppress her feelings, nor does she let them control her. Instead, she uses them as a guide, a source of insight, and a tool for growth. Her approach to emotions begins with self-awareness. She takes the time to understand what she's feeling and why, rather than reacting impulsively. This level of introspection allows her to process her emotions in a healthy way, turning challenges into opportunities for learning and growth. What sets her apart is her ability to balance logic and emotion. She doesn't let her feelings cloud her judgment, but she also doesn't ignore them. Instead, she integrates them into her decision-making process, creating a balance that's both thoughtful and intuitive. In relationships, her emotional strategy is particularly impactful. She's deeply empathetic, able to understand and connect with others on a profound level. But she also knows when to set boundaries, when to step back, and when to prioritize her own well-being. This balance makes her a reliable and compassionate partner, friend, and leader. For ordinary men, her emotional intelligence can be both inspiring and challenging. They may admire her ability to stay composed under pressure, but struggle to match her level of self-awareness and emotional depth. Her strategic approach to emotions often highlights their own areas for growth. Her emotional strategy also extends to how she navigates conflict. She doesn't shy away from difficult conversations, but she approaches them with thoughtfulness and care. She focuses on finding solutions rather than assigning blame, and she's not afraid to take responsibility for her own actions. Ultimately, the Sigma female's mastery of emotional strategy is a testament to her strength and wisdom. She doesn't let emotions rule her life, but she doesn't ignore them either. Instead, she uses them as a source of insight, connection, and growth, proving that true strength lies in understanding, not avoidance. 9. The fearless embrace of change. Change is one of life's greatest challenges, but for the Sigma female, it's also one of its greatest opportunities. She doesn't fear change, she embraces it. Whether it's a career shift, a new relationship, or a personal transformation, she approaches change with curiosity, courage, and an open mind. Her fearlessness in the face of change comes from her belief in her own resilience. She knows that no matter what happens, she has the strength and adaptability to navigate it. This confidence allows her to take risks, explore new possibilities, and let go of what no longer serves her. What makes her approach to change so unique is her ability to see it as a growth opportunity. While others might cling to comfort zones, she views change as a chance to evolve. She understands that staying the same means stagnation, and she's not willing to settle for that. Her embrace of change often inspires those around her. She shows that it's possible to face the unknown with courage and optimism, even when it's difficult. Her willingness to adapt and grow encourages others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of transformation. For ordinary men, her relationship with change can be both inspiring and intimidating. They may struggle to keep up with her pace or understand her need for constant growth. But for the Sigma female, change is not something to be feared. It's something to be celebrated. In the end, her fearless embrace of change is a reflection of her strength, resilience, and unwavering commitment to growth. She doesn't just survive change, she thrives in it, proving that life's greatest rewards often come from stepping into the unknown. 10. The Keeper of Untold Stories. The Sigma female carries a world of stories within her, stories of her own experiences, observations, and the people she's encountered. These stories shape her perspective, fuel her wisdom, and give her a depth that others find captivating. What makes her stories so unique is that she doesn't share them with just anyone. She's selective about who gets to see her inner world, reserving her most vulnerable and meaningful moments for those she truly trusts. This discretion adds to her mystique, making her a puzzle that others long to solve. Her stories aren't just about her past, they're also about her dreams, her insights, and her vision for the future. She uses these stories to inspire herself and others, turning her experiences into lessons and her challenges into opportunities for growth. For ordinary men, her untold stories can be both intriguing and frustrating. They may feel drawn to her depth, but struggle to access it. But for the Sigma female, this selectivity is not about exclusion. It's about protecting her inner world. In the end, her role as a keeper of untold stories is a reflection of her complexity and authenticity. She doesn't share everything because she knows that some things are too precious to be displayed. And for those who earn her trust, her stories are a treasure trove of wisdom, insight, and inspiration. Sigma ladies, today we've uncovered the essence of what makes you extraordinary. These traits are more than habits. They're a way of life, a testament to your independence, strength, and authenticity. You're not just part of the world, you're reshaping it, one step at a time. If these insights resonated with you, join our community by subscribing to The Sigma Lady. Together we'll continue to explore what it means to lead, thrive, and live unapologetically. Until next time, stay bold, stay brilliant, and remember, the world needs your unique light. Keep shining, Sigma ladies.